Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing great. So today we will learn how we can reframe a sentence by using thank you instead of sorry, so that we don't sound like we are always apologizing, always saying sorry to people. So these are some phrases and examples that I am going to give you, so you can use it appropriately at the right place. Instead of saying sorry or I'm sorry at a particular situation, you can reframe that sentence. The meaning of the statement will be the same, but instead of using I'm sorry, you're going to replace it with thank you. How? I'm going to tell you that. So keep watching the video till the end. The purpose of this video is that I'm not saying that I am sorry is a bad word. Apologizing or saying sorry at the right time is necessary, but that doesn't mean that we have to keep apologizing all the time for everything. So there will be situations where you can actually reframe your statement by using thank you, okay, so that it doesn't sound that we are always saying sorry. So let's look at the first example, how we will replace sorry with thank you. The first phrase is I'm sorry I'm late. So here we are using sorry, we are apologizing for being late, but instead of saying sorry or instead of apologizing here, how we can reframe the sentence with thank you? Let's look at that. Thank you for waiting on me. Now doesn't that sound so much better? Instead of saying I'm sorry, you can use this sentence, okay? You can use this statement or phrase instead of the first phrase. So let's look at the first phrase again. I'm sorry I'm late. Instead of that, you would say thank you for waiting on me, okay? Now let's move on to the second sentence. I'm sorry I have been so needy lately. Now that's the statement with sorry. So let's look at how we can reframe the sentence. Thank you for being there for me. Again, doesn't it sound so much better? I'll repeat both the sentences. You can note down. I'm sorry I have been so needy lately. That is the first sentence. Now we will reframe this sentence by using thank you. Thank you for being there for me. That's how you reframe it, by using thank you instead of sorry. So it sounds so much better. It sounds, it doesn't sound that you are apologizing, but you are expressing your feelings, or the meaning of the statement is the same, okay? So the base, the meaning remains same, but you are saying it in a different way. So we are learning a different sentence, a different way of expressing without apologizing all the time, okay? Now let's look at the next sentence. I am sorry to ask you for another favor. Now this is the sentence with sorry. Now we will look at the sentence with thank you, how we will rephrase it, okay? Thank you for helping me out. Now that's a much better way of expressing your gratitude. You have been asking someone for help repeatedly, maybe a friend, and you feel somewhat guilty that you are asking for favors, multiple favors, but how do you express it in a better way? So instead of being sorry about it, instead of feeling sorry about it, you can rephrase the sentence by saying that thank you for helping me out. Now that is a much better way to say it. So even your friend will feel better by hearing that sentence instead of you being apologizing all the time. Now let me repeat that sentence again. The first part is I'm sorry to ask you for a favor again. So instead of saying that, you will say thank you for helping me out. So that is the new sentence, the reframed sentence which you will use instead of saying sorry. Now let's look at another example. I am sorry I made a mistake. Now what will you say instead of that? Thank you for pointing out my mistake. Okay, I'll repeat the sentences, both the sentences again. The first part is I am sorry I made a mistake. Now instead of that, you're going to say, thank you for pointing out my mistake. Okay, so here you have made some mistake or some error somewhere. Okay, so you are again apologizing. So instead of apologizing, you are going to reframe the sentence and say that thank you for pointing out my mistake. Now here the sentence means apology, but it sounds so much better, it sounds different. Okay, you're not using the word sorry. So what happens is, when you start using the word sorry every now and then, it gives an impression of a person's personality, that this person keeps on apologizing, keeps on making mistakes, and keeps on saying sorry. So when the word sorry comes, it kind of points it out that you are apologizing all the time. So instead of using that word sorry, we are replacing it with thank you. So it sounds better. It doesn't put an impression that we are always apologetic. So that is the reason we are learning these phrases. So I hope you understood. You will apply these statements in the right place. So let's look at some other examples. I'm sorry, I can't make it tonight. Again, you're saying sorry. Why? So instead of saying sorry, what will you say? You say thank you for inviting me. Don't use the word sorry here. Now I'll repeat both the sentences again. Please note this down. Remember this so that you can use it in correct situations. I'm sorry, but I can't make it tonight, or I can't make it. Instead of that, you will say thank you for inviting me. Don't mention whether you will be able to make it or not. That comes later, but don't say sorry for everything. Okay, so here we are replacing the word sorry with thank you. How? You will say thank you for inviting me. Now the next example is, I'm sorry for being emotional. Through this sentence, you're saying that you're an emotional person, or you have acted emotionally in a situation. But you don't have to apologize for being someone you are. If you are emotional, that's fine. But if you feel that you have to mention it, you have to specify it somewhere that I'm sorry that I got emotional, you shouldn't have. Instead of saying that, you say this: thank you for loving me. So you are thanking the other person for giving you affection, for loving you. So instead of saying that sorry, I'm emotional, sorry for being emotional, you thank the other person for being affectionate. So you will not have to apologize for being yourself or being you. Okay, you got the point what I'm trying to say? You do not have to apologize in every situation. So here we are replacing the word sorry again with thank you. So what was the example? The first sentence was, I'm sorry for being emotional. So instead of that, you say thank you for loving me. So you are thankful to the person for loving you. Okay, now moving on to the last example for today. I am sorry that I have been distant. Instead of that, what will you say? Thank you for being understanding. Now again, for whatever reasons you have been out of touch with your friend or a loved one, and you are apologizing here, you're saying that I'm sorry for being distant. You have been out of touch, or you haven't spoken in a while. So instead of saying that, since your friend is still with you, since your loved one is still with you, you say thank you for understanding. Isn't this a much better way to express your feelings or express your thoughts, your ideas? So these were few examples you can use in your everyday conversations. During any situation, you can use these different phrases, okay, where you can replace the word sorry with thank you. I have only given you few examples to give you an idea how we can do this, how we can apply this. So I hope you understood the purpose of it. So that's how you replace the word sorry with thank you for different situations. So you can express your thoughts in a different way. So these were few examples that shows that we don't have to say sorry all the time. We can actually rephrase our sentences. We can reframe our sentence and use thank you instead, so it sounds better. Okay, so it expresses our thoughts much better. But that doesn't mean that you will not apologize at all. Wherever necessary, please apologize wherever required. But there are some people, you might have seen in your everyday life around you at home or office or amongst your friends, there must be one person who's always apologizing. I'm sorry for this, I'm sorry for that. So you shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be apologizing for every small little thing. So start learning these reframing your sentences. Focus on what you're talking. Let's just say that you have spoken like 10 sentences. Just notice that how many times have you apologized? How many times have you said sorry? So try and reframe those sentences. If you think that you have hurt someone and you need to say sorry. But you don't have to say sorry every single time with every single sentence. That's the purpose of reframing your sentences. So you replace sorry with thank you. Just rephrase these sentences. Okay? I hope you understood whatever I have told you in this topic, in this video. If you need to know more about such, reframing of sentences or replacing certain words or statements, please let me know in the comments down below. I will be happy to guide you through it. Now with that, I will take your leave. I will see you soon in another video. Until then, keep learning, keep practicing and keep growing. Take care and goodbye.